Because he was born, he lived, and he died. If that's all there was, he was just like everyone else. A living hope. This living hope is by his mercy. According to his great mercy, he has caused us to be born again to a living hope. And it comes, look at that, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. The birth of Jesus was essential. We celebrate it at this time of year. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's essential. The life of Jesus was essential. He had to live. He had to be among us. He had to experience temptation. The Bible says that he learned as a human. And there's a lot of theological implications to that we're not going to go into this morning. But he lived, and that was essential. And the death of Jesus was essential. Without the spilling of blood, there is no remission. Thanks, Dave. So his birth, his life, his death, but it is through his resurrection that we have hope. It is through his resurrection that we have hope. Because he was born, he lived, and he died. If that's all there was, he was just like everyone else. But that's not all there was. He conquered death. He rose from the dead. And that is why we have hope. Because every one of us was born, every one of us will live, and every one of us will die. And it's only because Jesus was resurrected that we have any hope of a resurrection. Because if he wasn't resurrected, there's no way we could be. But the fact that he was resurrected, and we put on his righteousness, if we believe in him, that means that we now have hope. And that's what it means to be born again. We have been born again to a living hope, and that hope is through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. And if we don't have this hope, then guess what? We're not filled with joy. If the resurrection isn't true, we don't have joy, and we are of all people the most pitiable. What's the point? Why should we even bother? But Peter tells us that we do have hope, and that hope is through the resurrection.